budget, where is it? And then strategic plans.
You hire and you also review, right? The director.
Right.
You adopt strategic plans. What else?
We have specific powers. One of them is to levy taxes.
Aren't we responsible for the funding of the library on some levels?
You approve the budget.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is everybody okay with the way that that's identified, approve the budget? Right?
We represent both our local community and the county library system as a whole.
Because the way you've been appointed to the commission?
Right.
Okay. Anything else?
We approve MOUs, with bargaining units.
So actually, this would be MOUs associated with union
Contract.
negotiation,
Yes.
as well as other contracts or intergovernmental agency agreements or things like that. So any contract of significance that the library is going to enter into, you're going to need to approve. Do you also approve other contracts or procurements over a certain amount of money? What's that amount?
$25,000.
Yeah, that's true.
It's 25?
Yeah.
So you approve contracts greater than 25K, right? Anything else?
I don't know how to state this one, so please forgive my rough draft statement. But keep an eye on the pulse of the library. In other words, the best example is the one that came at the last meeting regarding the archives, the Sonoma County archives. And that the fact that there's probably action that needs to happen regarding the archives. And so people come to us with concerns and issues to discuss and deal with, that we ask staff to deal with, basically, but that we are a sounding board to some degree.
So you actually are seeking awareness through that being a sounding board.
Right.
Or potentially even proactively seeking awareness by asking questions and talking to people, right? So
Right.
seeking awareness about current issues.
Right, yeah. And we're put in that role.
Right, because you are the, and did you say that they are, that there's any container around or boundaries around the issues? Is it just anything to do with the whole library?
It comes to us.
Right.
It's how we deal with this, that's the boundaries.
Yeah, and I think that boundary's dicey.
And, we also approve the hours.
So I didn't get policy, budget and policy. I think policy and procedures, I think, are associated with
Hours?
hours, I think, or yeah, I do think that because it's tied to budget, policy, and procedures. So hours of operation. Are you also asked to approve things like staff distribution?
No.
Okay.
But we have been asked to approve through the budget, staff positions,
Right.
especially in the management.
Right, okay.
But also, we approve part-time positions in the library. We approve a
That's
part-time bus driver.
Shall I be specific?
Well, is there anything specific that hasn't made it up onto the board?
Well, it does say we contract for basically all staff and so contractors.
Okay,
Adopt personnel rules and regulations, which is related.
right?
We maintain buildings.
How do you maintain buildings?
We adopt a facilities maintenance plan.
Right, so those would be any MOUs or intergovernmental agency contracts, et cetera, right? So those would be, okay? So, question, have you selected a consultant to do the facilities master plan?
That's in process.
The consultant has not yet been selected.
I think they're down to the last few days of it. I don't know if it's been finalized or not. They're down to the last
I was
few
just
days.
curious. I know that it's been some time since they actually closed the RFP and maybe did interviews.
They've done the interviews.
Okay. Okay, and then but that will come to you as a contract that you need to approve. Will you also need to approve the selection of the consultant?
No, but we do have a representative on the interview.
Okay, who's on the interview? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, great. Well, I think you did your homework, because we've got a pretty full list, I mean, we've got a pretty solid list, right? Right?